Hi guys, it's me Hunter, and I'm 25 months on testosterone. This is my voice on T. 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 I wonder if I can go any lower. This is my voice on T. This is my. Anyway, well, let's see. Any changes after 25 months? No, I look the same. I did notice some more bottom growth. You wouldn't think that was gonna keep growing after 2 years and 1 month, but I did notice that as a change, as a gain. More stomach hair. I noticed that. Uh, a little bit more facial hair. It's not coming in like, hey, like when I first started T. That facial hair is really coming in. Really surprising me how much I actually got. But I have seen guys. Now I'm seeing more guys on TikTok. TikTok is just funny. Talk a little bit about TikTok too. But yeah, I mean, and I wonder how long have they been on T to get such a Viking beard. Which I'd like to have a Viking beard. I don't know if I'm gonna get a Viking beard. Let's see it. No, no, not Viking. And I I don't know. It's slowing down the growth, or what's going on. I am on testosterone, and even I heard even if I quit testosterone, that I'd still have beard growth wherever your beard follicles come in, and they're growing. As long as they're there and they're growing, they're gonna grow. But it's, maybe my soul patch right here. Yeah, that's, well, maybe next year. Yeah, which is coming around the corner a little bit more. I think there's a little bit more, little tiny little bits each more every day. I'm not noticing a hell of a lot. So muscle growth, yeah, and my legs, which you can't see right now, and my arms. Well, I do work them out. That's, it's not like these guys who are bodybuilders. They're transgender bodybuilders, FTMs. But it's something, and you don't have to. It's not required or anything that if you're on testosterone that you have to become a bodybuilder. You don't have to work out. You don't have to do anything to look male. But you'll present more male, I suppose, if you get some more muscles. Hey, I've known a lot of little weakling, skinny guys. I'd never worked out a day in their life. Didn't care to. Didn't hardly have any muscle. And it didn't matter to them. So, do what you want to do. I just would like to look a little bit more muscular than what I do. Actually, I'm okay with the way I am now, but I just keep working out. As some people are saying, Hunter, why do you keep, you don't need to get your arms any bigger or your legs. But that's just my dysphoria. That's just dysphoria. That's no big deal. So that's what's changed. I believe I'm passable, so I believe I'm presenting more male, visibly, and to the point where, I have a couple incidences that's happened where I thought, well, I must be really presenting male then, because I had a friend that I've known since I was 12 years old. Didn't recognize me. I wasn't trying to fool her. I didn't even know it was her. I was on TikTok, which I know TikTok's kind of crazy. A lot of crazy people on there, freak shows, whatever. It's just kind of nutty. I really don't understand TikTok. But there's some decent people on there. A lot of decent people too. But I was not planning on running into her. And I wasn't even sure it was her at first. And I know she didn't find me or follow me because I hadn't seen her. Well, I hadn't seen her for since I transitioned. And we had a falling out about 3 years ago. And this was a friend that was a best friend. Like, she was like, a bestie. We knew everything about each other. We used to live together. We'd hang out together as kids, all the way from the age of 12. We hung out all the way up until our 50s. And then after that, we just talked on the phone. And even a few years ago, I was going to move in with her just as a roommate, because she wanted a roommate. I lived alone. I wanted a roommate. Almost moved in with her. Almost did it. But changed the plans. So I didn't do it. But okay, so I'm on TikTok and I'm just goofing around. I'm just doing a few videos, goofing around. Goofing around, maybe doing a few things for trans rights. And she appears. I didn't know it was her, and she starts commenting on my videos and liking them and writing, like woohoo and flirty, like being flirtatious with me. And I didn't know why. Like after I checked her out and said that, I realized it was her. I imagine that. I mean, somebody you've known most of your life, like as a sister. And we used to dress up as male and go out. When we were 13, we started doing it. We did it every Halloween, but we'd do it even in between. Always my idea, of course, and she'd go along with it. We'd always put mascara on our faces and try to present male. I don't know how much we passed, but enough to where her cousin saw us and flirted with us. And then she scolded her cousin, saying, "What are you doing hitting on guys?" And then it really shocked her cousin because she didn't realize it was us. We'd go into bars and try to get into bars as dudes, and it was, for them back then, for me, I really wanted to be a guy. She didn't really want to be a guy. She was just kind of, I guess, more like cosplay for her. Because as we got older, she wouldn't do it anymore. She didn't want to do it anymore. She'd want to present as female, like she dressed like Elvira for Halloween, and she's absolutely gorgeous. She's an absolutely gorgeous girl. Guys would just literally trip over their own feet when they'd see her. But I mean, to me, I didn't care about that, because she was just a good friend to me. But she started to change as we got older, and I think she drank too much. I'm not sure what happened to her, but she didn't seem like she was as nice. She could be very harsh, and she's pretty much a bigot. She's so much a bigot that when I saw the comments and I looked at her profile and I realized it was her, I couldn't believe it. That she was complimenting me and flirting with me, and I knew she didn't know it was me. But I had to think, wasn't there something? Isn't there something she recognized about me? I mean, somebody she'd been so close with and looked at, seen, talked to for 40 years, 45, I don't know, long time. And she didn't. She couldn't have, because she would have said something. She would have said something to me. And I thought, do I want to let her know it's me? Because all of a sudden I felt like I was in a costume, like saying, "Hey, it's me." But I couldn't do it. I couldn't tell it was me. She was she was on somebody else's page. They weren't transgendered. They weren't transgender, but they were presenting as female lesbian on testosterone. That was weird. But I looked at the comments on that person, and there was my friend uh, telling them about God, and she was kind of out of it or something. I didn't understand. That was a person that I remember that would do something like that. Think, well, what the hell's wrong with you? And then people were getting on her case, like, who the hell you think you are, and making fun of her. Yet then she goes back on my videos, and she's saying woohoo, and just like real flirty. So I didn't know what to do. So all I can say about that was a very strange experience. Uh, and I'd wake up to her messaging me. Some might think she probably knows who you are, and she doesn't want to let you know it. But I don't think so. Not if you knew this person the way I knew her. I don't think so. I think she just does not know it's me. And if I tell her it's me, I'm afraid she's just going to start cutting me down. And since we had a falling out, I guess I'll just leave it the way it is for now. And not tell her until something starts to get heavy. And maybe she'll realize it one day, and then I'll get into it with her then. So I just thought I'd let you guys know that was very odd. It was an odd feeling. And what else? So that's that. And so yeah, I mean, to me it was like, well, I guess look at it this way. I guess I'm passing. Because you could, I'm not trying to fool anybody. That's not it. It just meant I'm passing. Because if your best friend that you had and for all those years didn't recognize you, even in a video, more than one video, you must be passing. Either that or your friends lost their mind. And that could be that too. Or she could have lost her mind, which would be sad. Don't know. So I went shopping the other day, and I like this fur coat, and I wanted to try it on. So I go to try it on, and the clerk there looked at me, and she said, that's a woman's coat, Which told me I was passing. See, I could look at all this as something negative, but I don't. I see it as something positive. I said, I could have said, well, I'm non-binary, so I can try on any coat I want. But I didn't say that. I kind of just said, yeah, I know. She goes, okay, I just want to make you aware you're trying on a woman's coat. But it was just, it was funny. It was a nice fur coat. And I got it. I do have it. That's the first thing that I got in a long time that's female. But they didn't have a men's fur coat like that, so, and you can't tell the difference. She only knew probably because she'd probably put it on the rack or something. Don't know. So, that's good that I am passing, because I do remember being in the stores and being out and getting misgendered. After starting testosterone, it wasn't right after, it was like even a year after, I was still getting misgendered. And yeah, that would piss me off. It would upset me. It would make me question, what else the hell do I gotta do to pass? Didn't really do anything. I just let the tea work, see if it would do its little, like they say, do its little magic. Well, I got, like, my last video, which not many views on it. I thought that was an accomplishment, that I got my driver's license changed, I got my gender marker changed, and I think that's a big deal. I think it's a big deal. I have my license here. Well, I have the temporary. I'll show you. I gotta cover some things on here. And it looks like a mugshot. But shoot. Come on, here's my. You can see if you see the gender marker male, and here's my mugshot. Oh, my mugshot. That's an accomplishment, and I am very proud of that. And you guys that haven't, had your paperwork done and your name changed and your gender marker changed, that you want to do it, I know it costs. It can be a hassle. You got to go to court. Just do it. Just get on it. Just go out there and do it. I still have ways to go on there because my Social Security has to be changed, and I'm waiting for the paperwork on that to fill out, send back with my criteria now that I'm legally male, have a legal name change. Get your paperwork done so you won't get misgendered, and you'll feel better about yourself too. I guarantee it. You'll feel better about yourself. What did I do? Oh, so they got my height wrong on my license. I don't like that because I'm short, but I'm not that short. So I called the DMV. I have to go back after they send the license. And then they said they'd do it for free because it was on them. It was their mistake. So we're gonna do that. Also, I was gonna talk about changes. Well, the thing is, if you don't have your name changed, it's, and you gotta present your ID, whatever ID you have, it's gonna confuse people, and they're gonna see female, and you can still get misgendered. It just happened to me last week when I went to go not donate blood. That was a big fail. But when I went to get my lab works done, my name was still on there as my dead name, and so this receptionist was getting confused, and I thought, how could she confuse me? Yeah, but it was a name, and at one point she said, "Okay, thank you," and then she said, "Ma'am," and I said, "I mean, sir." It's like she was so confused, and you could be sitting in a waiting room somewhere, and if they got your dead name, they're going to call your dead name out. And then I don't think your life's going to be in danger or anything because they call your dead name. One guy on TikTok was making a big, huge deal that a receptionist got his name wrong. Or a nurse, I don't know who it was, a nurse in the ER. And he'd been on testosterone, had his name changed for 10 years. And he was misgendered, and he totally looked male to me. But he kept saying, he was afraid that she put his life in danger by shouting out his birth name. He was afraid to go out of the ER, that he was going to get beat up or killed, and that's just overly dramatic. I mean, sure, it can happen. I've been beat up. Crowbar, when that Mexican gang jumped me for being transgender, and I wasn't on testosterone. But still, the chances of that happening, I think, with him looking the way he does, pretty slim. But still, you just want to get your name changed. Even though he had his name changed, they got into some old medical records and called him by his birth name, and he freaked out over it. And that still can happen. If it happened to him, then it can happen to anybody. And some people don't care. I really don't care, because now everybody wants to go, I'm non-binary, I'm gender fluid, I'm both sexes, I'm no sex. So, in that case, then you're fine. But I know I don't walk out the door worrying about it, looking around, paranoid, or anything like that. Not like this guy was sounding. But that's TikTok too. I mean, there's got people on there I don't think should be on there trying to represent the transgender community because of some of the shit they're saying. And like, okay, well, one guy claims he just wanted to be a good-looking guy because he thought trans guys were good-looking. So he's actually on testosterone, and I don't know what doctor would prescribe testosterone after hearing that, after hearing somebody say, well, the reason I want to transition is because I want to be a good-looking guy. I just look in the mirror at myself all the time. I go, wow, I really admire myself. But that's what he's done. I don't know who prescribed that. I've never heard anything like that. I hear some crazy stories. And it's a real transgender person. It's a female and a male. And then it made me think, I wonder if anybody else is doing that. I wonder if any other kids are thinking, I don't really like myself as a female, so I'm going to take testosterone, and I want to be transgender too. And that's what this is what parents are afraid of too. They think their kids are just trying to join the trend, jump on the transgender train wagon. I don't know. I don't know. I guess I would be afraid of that too, a little bit, if my kid started saying, actually my kid did say that. My kid did say that. She ran away from home, and before she ran away from home, she said, I don't know what my gender is. And I just thought, yeah, she's so feminine. I didn't think there'd be any way that she'd want to transition. I didn't think there'd be any way she'd want to. I just don't. She hasn't either, but I don't know why she said that. So you're getting confused. But yeah, I believe that now. I believe some people. I don't care what other people say. No, that can't happen. Nobody's just going to take testosterone just for stupid reasons. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they could and they do. And there's some people on TikTok that, they think it's cool to be on testosterone, not have top surgery, for whatever reason, if they can't afford it, or they just don't want it. I don't know, probably they're so young, they just can't afford it right now. And they're on there dancing around with their breasts, their tits flopping around. And they're getting banned over it. I've seen some crazy stuff. I can see if they have they're small chested, but these people are like double D's and stuff. I'm like, why? And then their friends are joining in, or they don't even know them, just people following them saying they're going to do it too. And I'll jump on the bandwagon there and let's everybody do this. So that looks weird to me, weird. And I don't need, I had the question, are they truly transgendered? Are they truly male? Were they born male? Are their brains male? Are they brain dimorphic? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to try to worry about it too much. I'm all for trans rights. I'm all for it. And I don't like people trying to make other people look bad. Getting everybody in a tizzy over it. So one guy, there's a couple people on there that was very disturbing to me because of the things they're saying, because they're misrepresenting the transgender community. I don't like that. Like, okay, so one guy, he's in his 60s, and I ended up blocking him because he started to copy my videos, and that pissed me off, because I didn't mind some of the stuff he was doing, but don't look at my videos and I know he copied because he did the exact same thing, and he's been on there a while, so he's got a lot of followers, he's got a lot of young kids on there admiring him, and he took my idea and he's taking all the credit for it. All the credit for it. Pissed me off. But he's also on there saying, calling himself a tranny. And I can tell these kids don't know what the hell's going on with transgender people. Because they're just asking him for advice. Well, he's older, he must know. And he's got young girls on there, and he's like singing to them and winking and blowing them kisses, which could be harmless, but I don't know. That kind of made me sick. So, calling himself a tranny, and they're saying, "Well, how did you get your voice low?" and questions like that. And did you have the surgery? I don't even care if somebody ever asks me that. There's too many trans guys saying this is a bad thing to ask somebody. I don't think it's a bad thing to ask somebody. Somebody's being inquisitive. If they're not saying it to insult you, get off of it, you know. I mean, if they're saying, hey, I just want to know. I mean, I don't know. You're transgendered. I don't know much about it. Have you had the surgery? The surgery. It's not an insult. They just want to know. Now, if they said something like, haha, you don't have a dick, you know, and being childish about it, yeah, that's an insult. But, and they'll say, well, I know you're not trying to insult me, but you still did insult me by asking me if I had a surgery. The only thing I can think of is they didn't have the surgery, and they didn't want to say. They didn't want to say, hey, I don't have a dick. So if they had the surgery, they'd probably say, yes, I have had the surgery. And they would answer that question. But to say that's an insult, no, it's not. No, it's not. It's not insulting at all. It's not insulting at all. It's a question. They want to know. They're curious about you. You want them to be curious about you, don't you? You're on there for a reason. You know, you want attention. As long as somebody's not trolling you and being a troll, that's fine. And then there's one trans guy blocked him too, because he goes on live. He goes on there live so he can get trolls, and so he can insult the trolls. And I think that's stupid. And I also think that's really a misrepresentation of being a trans person. It's just, why are you on there to do that? Why are you doing that? Just saying, stay out of it. I got these trolls, and I like trolls, and it's like, is that what you really want to see when you look at a transgender person? Is that how you're gonna learn anything, really? And then one guy, his tag said transgender. So I look at him, and I'm thinking he doesn't really look transgender, but you know, some people don't. And I thought, well, maybe he does. But then he starts talking, saying he wasn't transgendered, but he knew all about being transgendered. So he's actually on there to tell you what it's like to be transgendered. But I'm like, how would he know? He's not transgendered. Don't get on there and tell people what it's like to be transgender when you're not transgendered. But it's like, it would be like if an alien came down from outer space, and then I get on here and tell you what it's like to be an alien from outer space. How the hell would I know? And he's not transgendered, so how the hell's he go? What does he know? I mean, anything for attention, but the tag. Transgendered. Oh, people will watch me now. They'll view me. I might get likes. And he did. He did. And it pissed me off. Not because he got likes, not because he got views, because he's trying to represent a community he's not even a part of. He's not even a part of it. How do you do that? How do you do that? How do you do that? I'm gonna try to represent the black community. Because I'm so black, you see. It's not going to happen. It's not going to be happy. And then they wouldn't be happy about it either. Oh, no, they wouldn't. They'd hate me. It's just, people are crazy. Crazy world. Crazy world. What else has happened that's new? I can't think of, well, changes. just, yes, I'm, I'm on my way to getting everything done, and I'm glad I'm not being misgendered, except for some medical terms, seeing my dead name, gotta get that fixed, and, if I still get misgendered after that, I'll be right back on here complaining. But right now I'm good. Um, well, let's see. Somebody had a question for me. Um, oh yeah, okay. Before I go, this is what. So I go on TikTok, and there's a person on there, and there's a lot of people saying, it's a little song, and it says, "Say hi to me if you view this video, and if you say hi to me, I'll say hi back, and then I'll follow you." So I thought, I'll do it, and I did it to several people. Can't remember who they were, but then the next day, I get this message from someone saying hi, cause I wrote hi on there, right? That's what I wrote, hi, because that's what they asked you to do. They said, "Hi, I don't like males on my video." It says video. "Hi, I don't like males on my video." But I'm like, what? What? What does it mean you don't like males in your video? You asked everybody to say hi to you. So of course I had to look at it closely, and it's a lesbian. I guess she hates men. And so I wrote, I didn't know saying hi was a come on. And then she wrote back, "Well, I don't like males on here because they like to what did she write? What the fuck she write?" It was like all about males and being, made me sound like a pervert. Okay. Okay. Okay, I got it. She wrote, "Relax. I was being upfront due to the fact that men often send unsolicited pics and messages to us lesbians. We cool, bro." So that was kind of funny, because I thought, what would I send her? Being a trans guy. I don't know if she looked at my profile and she just didn't like that I was transgendered, or she just really thought I was a guy and she didn't look that much further into it. And I don't know. But that made me feel like, well, welcome to malehood. I'm officially male. I gotta watch myself now. I can't say hi to a woman. She's gonna think I'm after her. She's gonna think I'm into her. So, and I got a lot of people, saying hi back, saying hi to me in my inbox, but I didn't inbox her and say hi. It was on a stupid video asking everybody to say hi to her. I'll have to watch myself next time. Or I should send her something. That's bad. I just thought of that. I should send her something, and get banned. Because they insulted a lesbian by saying hi. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I've been on it too long, and peace as always. I'll let you guys know next time. Sorry it took me so long to get back on here. If you want to like this video, if you like it, blah blah blah. If you don't, blah blah blah. And please subscribe. I'd appreciate that. And I'll see you next time.